What's up, guys? Crazy Collector here, and today I don't even know what to call this piece of news. I don't know if this is Poké news, Pokénomics, or simply card economics. Or this rhymed actually. Okay, so guys, I was just browsing my computer and I see that PSA suspended the grading services. So what does this mean? So PSA customer update April 2021. I will leave the links below. So the PSA CEO Joe Orlando recently shared the reality of the surge submissions to PSA. So why is this happening? People already expected this, but now this is expecting. So they are planning to expand their capacity. Of course, they should do this since 1 or 2 years ago already. People are so crazy with Pokemon, and I've heard that the sports cards are also getting crazy, even more crazy with PSA, because PSA is very famous for grading sports cards. But now with the Pokemania, people getting absolutely mental with Pokemon, and I don't even know. This is insane, and I'm just browsing the internet and just looking that if you enter on the PSA website, you just have an alert. PSA has temporarily suspended the acceptance of submissions, so you cannot send any more to the PSA. So you cannot grade your cards here. So now you have, one other option, which is Beckett, or you also have a third option that is becoming pretty much talked about. I think more in Europe, less in the US, but because it's CGC. They are from the UK, I think, and they are mostly famous for grading comic books, but now apparently they also grade cards. Some YouTubers already reviewed it, and they say that in the beginning the card grading was a bit poor, but now it's getting better, it's improving. And the thing is, with PSA, without the halt, PSA was already with the backlogs of thousands, if not millions or billions of cards. So if you send to PSA today, you receive your cards 1 year later. And this, we all knew that this was going to happen. It was about to happen. I'm actually looking at some news here. Pokemon card demand may have overloaded PSA. Of course, it overloaded PSA. This is insane. And so you have Beckett now, but you also have CGC, and from what I've heard, PSA is backlog 1 year. Beckett, it's a couple of months, I think, maybe 6 months now. And CGC, they return your cards in about 2 or 3 weeks. Of course, that when you are selling the cards online, PSA continues to be the most valuable grading service. Beckett is only valuable if it's a 9 plus or a gem in 10. Beckett is more valuable, but without that, PSA is always more valuable. So going with CGC, maybe not so many people will do that. So I think that nowadays, you have one of 3 chances. One, you go with CGC and you make less money, but at least you have your cards graded. Second, you go with Beckett and you wait the 6 months, and you better go fast, because probably they will also suspend their services in a couple of months due to extreme demand. Or, I don't know, you have to wait years and years via PSA, and they say they are expanding their services, but come on, I don't even know, there is another thing. As a European, what I don't understand also is that why they only have offices in the US and one in Japan. What is happening? There is 1 billion collectors in Europe, and I don't know why PSA is not putting an office in Europe too. So that will be much better, and obviously the European customers can go to the PSA office in Europe, and the US customers can go to the US offices. So Beckett, I know that it's more like a US thing, but PSA is global, so they should have a European office. But yeah, what I can see is that because there is so much demand, CGC will start to take a big part of the market share. And I don't know, maybe CGC will be a very big company in the next few months. So I don't know if they can keep their quality, and because they are fast and they are efficient, if the quality is there and the people start actually dealing with CGC cards, like there will be a shift in the market for sure. But yeah, so for people that have cards in PSA, this is ridiculous. Like you have to wait 1 year for your cards. Like maybe in 1 year you are not in the hobby no more, like, or your cards are devalued or something like that. And then there is also another issue, is the population issue. So if you, for example, if you have right now a card that is valuable because there is low population of the Gem Mint 10 card, but there is 1 million of those same cards in the backlog of PSA, and you think, oh, okay, I can just flip my card in 1 or 2 months for X thousands of dollars, and then the PSA starts grading and grading and grading, and then instead of you having 1 or 2 of population, or a couple of dozens of population in terms of population of your card, you then have thousands, and the card devalues because there is so many cards that instead of you selling for 1,000, your cards suddenly are worth just a couple of hundreds. And so this is another problem because nobody knows what is sitting in PSA's office, in PSA warehouses. So like I don't even know no more. Like the market, it's about to go crazy. Like if you want to sell things, like you better sell quick because of this population issue. In a couple of months your cards can devalue because everyone sent all their cards to PSA. So if you didn't send, oh well, you can use another service. If not, well, I wish you all the best. But yeah, let's see. Like I see that this is going to be a very interesting next couple of months for card collectors. So I will just keep looking, like maybe I will grab some popcorn and start looking and eating popcorn because this is going to be a bit funny. And for myself, I'm actually thinking about going to CGC, even though of course it's not a PSA. Beckett, if it's not a Beckett 10, it's not worth it. Of course, that if I have a Gem Mint, maybe I can send to Beckett. But if I know that it's about an 8 or a 9, CGC is probably the way to go now, since PSA will be closed for years and years to come. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, and on a final note, one thing that if PSA is closed now, and if people start losing faith on the company, maybe in the next couple of years, people already like CGC, for example, and they do not return to PSA just because they couldn't keep up. So you have two scenarios. One, PSA becomes, well, it already is the most valuable grading company, but becomes even more valuable, or the share prices go down and the company starts sinking because they couldn't keep up with the demand. But yeah, let's see what will happen in the future, and we are here to comment. So yeah, Crazy Collector signing out. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time. Thank you.